First at 4, Kansas is about to start widespread testing in hopes of stopping the surge of coronavirus cases. I'm Kelly Eckerman. The state has one of the lowest testing rates in the country at 131 daily tests per 100,000 people. That's compared to Missouri with 291 tests and the nationwide average of 363 tests. KMBC 9's Michael Mahoney spoke with a top state legislator who says the testing could have and should have started earlier. Michael?
Right, Kelly, the state will start a process of faster and broader COVID-19 testing immediately. The state senator, the minority leader, Jim Denning from Johnson County, as you mentioned, says that this broader testing process should have started earlier. The plan is to double the amount of testing done in Kansas. More than $87 million federal dollars are there for this. Governor Laura Kelly launched this in September.
We needed the testing rolled out probably in August to give us a bridge to the vaccine.
State Senator Jim Denning. Governor Kelly's administration first hired a public health expert to supervise this.
I wish we could have done it earlier. The fact of the matter is, 6 months ago, we didn't have the resources.
You literally just spit in the top of the tube here, and you have to spit a little bit to get to this line. It's not as much as it seems. It takes me about 2 minutes to do it.
Robert Thompson's Clinical Reference Laboratory in Lenexa has one of the 9 Kansas contracts to provide saliva tests like these. Theirs is for several northeast Kansas counties. He says the rollout has been slow, but he compares the importance of testing to the AIDS vaccines of the 1980s.
The whole premise of was let's get people tested, because if they know their status, they will do the right thing.
And when the vaccine is available, Denning says the state's health director, Dr. Lee Norman's military background will be an advantage.
Mideast virus and then H1N1. So he has personal experience on how to distribute the vaccine.
Now, both Kansas and Missouri already have plans in place on how to distribute the vaccine once it arrives in the state. In Missouri, frontline healthcare workers, including those that work in long-term nursing care centers, will be first in line. Michael Mahoney, KMBC 9 News.
Also today, Kansas leaders decided that if there is any federal COVID-19 relief money left over, it will go to the state's unemployment fund. It's running out due to the rise in claims. Kansas counties have until Wednesday to create their own plan on masks, or they'll be opted into statewide mandate. It comes as the CDC releases new research about masks in Kansas. It looked at 25 counties that required masks over the summer and 80 that didn't. Counties with a mandate saw cases drop by 6%. Counties without a mandate saw cases go up by 100%. The CDC's research is being sent to public health officials nationwide. New COVID-19 restrictions are taking effect in Kansas City, Missouri today. KMBC 9's Martin Augustine walks us through those new rules to slow the spread of the virus.
Bars and taverns usually stay open very late. In fact, if you look in the window here at Charlie Hooper's in Brookside, you see that neon sign that says open till 3 a.m. Well, for the foreseeable future, bars and taverns are going to have to call it quits much earlier than that here in Kansas City, because under this new order, Kansas City, Missouri bars and restaurants must close by 10 p.m. and must operate at 50% capacity with face masks required unless you're actively eating or drinking. Gyms and fitness centers also limited to 50% capacity, and there's a mask order there too, and there's a 10-person limit for parties or gatherings, whether or not those parties are indoors or outdoors. So what's considered a gathering? Well, something as formal as a music concert would count, but also something as informal as a dinner party. So keep that in mind with holidays coming up, because holiday gatherings would fall under this limitation too. Now, religious services are not included in this order, but mask wearing and social distancing strongly encouraged at those religious services. Now, the city has put together a fairly comprehensive list of frequently asked questions regarding this latest COVID-19 emergency order. I have a link to those FAQs on my Twitter feed and on my KMBC 9 News Facebook page. Reporting from Brookside, Martin Augustine, KMBC 9 News.
Jackson and Wyandotte counties are also under new COVID-19 restrictions today. We have a full breakdown of those rules in each county at KMBC.com.